Yeah, what's up?
Bro. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I assume as a Muslim you're not allowed to lie, right?
I can lie in certain situations.
Can you lie if I prove to you Jesus was on a crucified? Are you definitely going to give me the $100?
Yeah, I'll send you $100 right now if you prove it. Now, before you do anything, right?
Oh, go on.
Okay, how do you prove something happened?
With evidence.
Specifically, what type of evidence?
Well, depends what you try to prove.
Okay,
I mean, if
you're trying to prove a historic event.
Evidence. Whatever evidence we have, we can only go off what evidence we have.
Can we go off of hearsay?
Well, no.
No, so it has to be primary accounts.
Well, you can go by witnesses.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so eyewitness testimonies, right?
Yeah, if that's what you want to put under hearsay, then no. But if
No. I'm saying for us to be able to prove something, we should be able to show that there is eyewitness accounts, right?
There's evidence in eyewitnesses accounts, yeah.
Okay, I agree.
Right. So are you saying that there was no one witnessed Jesus on the cross?
None.
None at all.
Yeah, I'm saying none.
Yeah, but that's it. So really, you're claiming I'll give £100 for you to prove in the Quran that are you happy enough for me to prove in the Bible and prove in Scripture that witnesses were there?
I mean, I'll grant you the entirety of the Bible. Go ahead.
What you're doing is really what you're doing here, right? Is literally just saying, prove to me with my Scripture. If you're happy enough for us to prove with our Scripture, then we can do it.
Well, I mean, you're not going to prove Jesus was crucified using the Quran, are you?
No, exactly. That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
So I'm telling you, you're going to go to the Bible.
As long as you're prepared to have your mind open and not just say, "Well, we don't believe that." Well, that's it. Well, it's not true then. Like that.
No, I'm. Do you know what granting the entirety of the Bible means?
Well, yeah. So you're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm granting you the entirety of the Bible.
Okay, and any evidence we have to back that.
Yeah, you said you have eyewitness accounts, right?
So before I get into it, I'm going to open up my laptop and I'm going to give you key points of what, when we did research, not myself research, but when we brought this conversation up before, I can show you key points of evidence of this actually happening. Now, it's up to you if you believe it or not, right? Just like, it's up to me if I want to believe Islam, right?
Sure. I mean, you said you have eyewitness testimonies. That's just all I'm asking.
Well, no, I didn't say I had. No, see, this is the thing. I didn't say that.
Wait, so you don't have eyewitness testimonies?
No.
Okay, but when we were establishing
you said hearsay. You said, can hearsay be one? I said, well, if you've got witnesses, that's different. We was talking about the actual, evidence and on crime.
No. When we were establishing the criteria for what proof is, one of those criteria was eyewitnesses, and I said in response, it can't be hearsay, right? You said no, it can't. That's when you said it's eyewitness testimonies.
For this, what happened? Yeah, for this, what happened? Eyewitnesses, yeah.
So you do have eyewitnesses.
Well, I physically don't, but my religion does.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Let me get it all. I don't really want to do this, but anyway, let's go. How long have you been a Muslim, bro?
My entire life.
No. I mean, you was born a Muslim?
Yes.
Nice. How did that feel?
It's the biggest blessing that I was blessed with.
Nice. Just wondering if you bear with me a minute, yeah? If you don't mind.
No worries.
You was born. Is your family Muslim? Have you born into it as a family, or just what?
I was born into it. Didn't fully embrace it until I did research myself.
Nice. Cool. And how's it done your life well? Good?
Yes. Perfect.
Perfect to this point, yeah?
Yeah, and futurely speaking as well.
You can speak of the future.
I mean, if you're a Muslim, you're content with anything, so there's nothing that can come my way that I wouldn't be content with.
Cool. Nice. I see you on this app quite often, and Listen, you're doing your thing. I've never heard you badmouth Christianity. I mean, you try and back up your religion. Fair enough. That's cool. You've obviously studied this topic because not many people would put their face to it and put their money to it. So yeah, let's see what you can do.
Let's do it.
Just loading up. Sorry, right? I turned my Wi-Fi off before and I've turned it back on. So just give it a sec.
No problem.
No, but like obviously, you're happy enough. I mean, evidence you're not going to accept. Let's be honest, right?
If it's evidence I can't deny, and if it's evidence coming from eyewitnesses, there's nothing I can say.
There's nothing you can say.
Yeah, I can't deny straightforward like evidence. Like if I tell you I own an iPhone and then I present an iPhone to you, like that's me proving to you that I have an iPhone. If you say Christ was crucified and you bring me evidence that he was crucified, I can't really deny that. It's a fact.
That isn't the only way you can prove you got an iPhone, though.
Sure, I'm just using a basic analogy here, right?
Well, no, let's run with that. You're saying the only way you can prove an iPhone, you've got an iPhone, is that you've got an iPhone in your hand. You show it. There's many other ways to prove you got an iPhone, no?
Yeah, I can have my sister. I can make the claim that I have an iPhone, and my sister can confirm the fact that I have an iPhone. I mean, there's plenty of ways to prove something.
Exactly. So you don't necessarily need to be and actually physically see it to prove it.
It would have to come from somebody who actually physically saw me holding an iPhone. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, I mean, I can. Okay, then I'll make the claim that I have $1 billion in my bank account.
Well, hang on. No, let's look at the facts. Off an iPhone, you don't necessarily need to physically show someone you've got an iPhone to prove you've got an iPhone.
Okay, how would you prove to someone you have an iPhone?
Well, there's things like iMessage for a start, which comes from an iPhone.
Yeah, and the only way you could send that is by owning the actual iPhone.
That isn't what you just said. You said the only way you can show it is if you actually physically see it. Well,
no, I didn't say that's the only way you can prove it. I never said that.
Guys, you just said this.
No, I didn't. I said that's one way of proving that you have an iPhone. I said there's multiple ways of doing it. I used the analogy of saying my sister could say.
You said I'd have to show someone the iPhone. That's what you said. You did.
Either I would have to present an iPhone for you to see, or someone who has witnessed me using an iPhone would have to come forward and say, yes, I saw CentralDawah. He owns a iPhone. That's what you would call a first-hand eyewitness testimony.
You do not need to show someone an iPhone to prove you've got an iPhone. There's ways to prove you've got an iPhone without seeing the iPhone.
Yes, you can use iMessage, but without having the actual iPhone, you can't send the iMessage. Which again, even if you sent the iMessage, it would show that you own the iPhone.
There we go. So you don't physically need to see the iPhone to prove the point. You're saying I would have to show the iPhone to prove I've actually got it. No, you don't.
Yeah, the person on the other end receiving the message, receiving the iMessage, would understand that the text is being sent through an iPhone, exactly. Which would prove that the individual claiming to have an iPhone has an iPhone.
No, but they haven't seen the iPhone.
Okay, again, I'm not claiming that they have to see it in order for them to know that I own it.
You said you would physically have to show someone.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Oh, come on, brother. You gotta be honest.
I had the whole thing recorded. I literally gave the analogy of showing my phone, and I said that's one way you could go about proving you have an iPhone.
Okay. I think, bro, honestly, you did. I think the child confirmed that you did.
No problem. Do you have eyewitnesses, yes or no?
It's not just about eyewitnesses. It's quite a lot of evidence. I mean...
Okay, but remember, you said you have eyewitnesses.
I know, bro. It's not just about eyewitnesses. There's more to it.
Okay, sure, no problem. But you made the claim that you have eyewitnesses.
Pardon? Yeah, just loading it now.
Yeah, you made the claim that you have eyewitnesses. Then you went to turn your computer on to look up the eyewitnesses. That's why we're here.
Are you just wanting to know the evidence? Or are you more zooming in on the eyewitnesses? What is it you want? Why don't you change it to, was there any eyewitnesses?
I've literally been asking for the eyewitnesses for the last 20 minutes.
Hang on, so it's just what eyewitnesses you want, yeah?
I'm specifically asking for eyewitnesses, yes.
Why don't you change the prompt then to that? Why did you change the prompt to that? Because that isn't what you were claiming. To win your £100, prove Jesus was crucified.
Again, it goes back to the very first thing that we said. How do you prove a historic event? You yourself said it would come down to people who saw it happen.
I didn't say it would come down to that. There's more than eyewitnesses. I've always said this.
Okay, so let's start here. Do you have eyewitnesses? Yes or no?
What I know of, they could be, and that's what I want to bring up.
It's yes or no. If you have names, let me know. Yes. If not, it's okay. We'll move on to whatever else you have.
Let's say yes.
Okay, who is the eyewitness?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. You want me to say yeah or something, I will, but then there's more. It's not just a straight yes or no answer.
That's what I'm trying to say. No, it's a yes, I have an eyewitness, and then you proceed to give me the name of the eyewitness.
I mean, right, so I'm bringing up I've got it up now, right? So, it says, again, let me just read it. John was at the cross, it states. Okay?
According to who?
John 19:35. Let me open it up.
So the eyewitness that you have comes from John himself, which comes from the Bible. So circular reasoning, no problem. But let me grant you John was there, correct?
See what it's doing. See, go on.
I'm not doing anything. Let me grant you John was there.
Don't be an eyewitness. I'll just give you one, and now you're going to go, well, let's prove he's not. He weren't. You know better than John. Come on.
No, I'm just quoting the Bible. I mean, can I not do that?
What?
Okay.
What about Mary?
Was John a disciple?
What?
Was John a disciple of Christ?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. Was John a disciple of Christ?
I said to you, John saw it. So go on. Now what?
Okay. Was John a disciple of Christ?
Brother, get to the point.
It's a yes or no. Oh my God, dude.
Don't ask me anymore. You answer it. Go for it.
Okay, John was a disciple of Christ. Okay? Clearly you don't know that he was.
I do, but I'm not going to give you any more. You said
there's nothing you can give me, dude. It took you 20 minutes. It took you 20 minutes to come up with the name John as an eyewitness.
I've just turned the PC on. I've just given you an eyewitness, and now you're running.
Okay, no problem. Now John is a disciple and a apostle of Christ.
Ask me the question, make the claim. I've told you an eyewitness. You don't. Stop coming at me with questions.
I'm not asking a question. I'm asserting a claim.
You just said, is John? You're asking a question. Go for it.
Yeah, a question you wouldn't answer. So now I'm just going to make the assertion myself.
I have given you John as a witness.
Yeah, and I'm going to refute John being an eyewitness using the Bible.
Stop asking me questions. Refute it. Go.
I'm not asking you a question. I asked you if John was a disciple. You didn't want to answer. So now I'm going to assert that he was a disciple.
Go for it.
Okay. John is a disciple of Christ. You claimed John witnessed Jesus being crucified, which contradicts Mark and Matthew. Mark 14:50 says that they all forsook Jesus and fled. So according to Mark, being the earliest gospel, 65 to 70 AD, none of the 12 were there. According to Matthew 26:56, the second earliest gospel you have, quote, then all the disciples left him and fled, literally echoing Mark's narrative, complete abandonment. Luke 23:49, but all his acquaintances and a woman who had followed him from Galilee stood at a distance watching these things. His acquaintances and a woman who had followed him from Galilee stood at a distance watching these things. Even acquaintances are at a distance. So Luke never says that any male disciple saw the crucifixion and then these things. Even acquaintances are at a distance. So Luke never says that any male disciple saw the crucifixion. And in fact, Luke's resurrection account, the two on the road on Emmaus expressed surprise and disappointment. Luke 24:21, indicating a lack of witnesses to a divine plan. There you go.
Mary, mother's Jesus' mom. She was a witness. Go for it.
Who?
Mary.
Wait. So John. Wait. What happens to John?
Okay, I'm just going to say you just view every single one of them. Go for it. Next one, Mary.
No. What happens to John?
Okay, he wasn't there. Go for it. Next one, Mary.
Okay, he wasn't there.
Okay, Mary, go on.
Mary who?
Mary who? Mary who?
Yeah, which Mary?
Jesus' mother.
Where does she say she was an eyewitness?
John 19:25.
She speaks and tells you she was an eyewitness?
Standing at the cross was Jesus.
No, this is John. This is John telling you that he was there, allegedly, which contradicts Matthew and Mark, the two earliest gospels you have.
What you're doing, so guys, what he's doing here, okay, is saying
you're appealing to the crowd for no reason. You're getting bait.
Because what you're doing is saying, I don't believe John, so that's it. That isn't how it works.
No, I never said I don't believe John.
When we're talking about,
No. Look, subhanallah, look at this. I never said I don't believe John. I said, according to the Bible, John is a liar. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
So was John there? Yes or no?
I believe it was.
You believe he was, but according to Matthew and Mark, all the disciples fled.
Luke 23:48 says all the crowd that had gathered for his spectacle saw that had taken place. No. It was like Luke.
Okay, so who's lying? Matthew and Mark, or Luke or John?
Luke's lying as well, isn't it? So what I mean, it's a pointless argument. You're saying they're all liars. They're all liars. They're all liars.
I'm asking you. You have two contradictory statements. You have one statement saying that John saw it, and then you have another statement saying that no, all of them took off and fled.
There's plenty of people saw it. Plenty of people saw it, but unfortunately, you just don't believe any of it.
How many people saw it?
We've just established a lot of people saw it.
Okay,
this is
20 minutes
Mary,
to name John.
Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Salome, the Apostle John, Roman soldiers, the crowd, leaders.
What Roman soldier? Give me the name of the Roman soldier.
But again, you're not going to believe it because it's come from the scripture which you don't believe. So it's pointless having this.
I am granting you the scripture.
No, but you're not granting me because you're saying they're all liars. You're not granting it. Stop lying.
All right, bro. And by the way, if you're going to try to come up here and get a clip, at least do it properly. Like, don't have your two phones next to each other. The beginning of the convo, I granted you the entirety of your text. I know you got it. I know you were screen recording. My friend, this is not my first rodeo. You didn't get anything. In fact, I'm going to post this on YouTube. You didn't get anything because you can't track a conversation. I literally granted you the entirety of the Bible. The entirety of it. And you keep saying, no, you're just going to say that they're liars. You're just going to say that they're liars. How can I say someone's lying if I'm granting you your text?